Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time is But a Window. Now for those of you guys who have no idea who I am, I'm an ex-Counter-Strike pro that's known for my reaction time due to my mid picks on DDoS 2. And because of this, I usually make yearly reaction time videos. For example, last year I made a reaction time video comparing it to other pros across the scene who have also taken reaction time tests. This video, however, is a little bit different. I recently was contacted by someone I know named Cactus. Now, Cactus is someone I frequently play with and actually was on my Making the Team series last season. It turns out he recently got a 360Hz monitor from ASUS. And just so everyone knows, this video is not sponsored by them. With his new monitor, he took a reaction time test and these were his results.
Oh, yes. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Guys, that is insane. Just get a 360 hertz monitor. Oh my goodness. The difference in that is crazy.
Alright, so let me get everyone up to speed. Basically, before he got the 360Hz monitor, he was scoring about 135 milliseconds on his reaction time tests. Now this means that he's getting a little bit more than a 15 millisecond improvement, which is absolutely insane. Now me on the other hand, I've been using that BenQ 240Hz, which in my opinion is one of the best monitors I've ever used, and yes, still not sponsored. But I have been saving up for a 360Hz monitor thanks to a lot of support donations from my viewers out there. Now this has mainly been because of the Reflex Analyzer though, so I can try to find the absolute best settings for Counter-Strike. And after saving donations for a while and having that Christmas stream, I was finally able to afford it. But there was only one problem. All of the ASUS 360Hz monitors were already sold out. So instead, I ordered a 360Hz monitor from Alienware. Not exactly the same monitor, and because of that, I could not expect the same kind of performance boost. Also not sponsored by Dell and Alienware either. Now when it comes to monitors, there are a lot of important aspects to think about. For me, the most important things are input latency, response time, motion blur, and color accuracy. Luckily, we have review sites and we can get a general idea, but you really can't tell until you take something home. There is also one big notable change about these 360Hz monitors. They are IPS displays. Keep in mind, most of the 240Hz monitors were TN displays. Now, keeping that Cactus and I both came from the same 240Hz monitor, I figured I'd check into the reviews for that as well. What I found really surprised me. Cactus was reporting a 15 millisecond improvement, but going through the test results, it looked like he should only be getting about a 3 to 5 millisecond improvement instead. Now, how could this be? My assumption was that the previous monitor was a TN display and this one's an IPS display. Though it is theoretically possible the software in Windows could be handling it differently and turning out lower numbers. But I still had a bit of a wait before I would be able to actually get the monitor. But eventually, that fateful day did finally reach me. I need to apologize for the disturbing footage you are about to see. Yeah, I was having a hard time getting my streaming card to work with my new monitor. So I decided the next best option was to record myself with my phone. Alright, let me explain how the reaction time test works. Basically what you have is one color transitioning into another color. As soon as the color change happens, you click and it tells you how long it took for you to react to the color change. Now in the old times it would tell you how fast every individual click was, but here it actually averages it out on the 5th click. So you'll never really know how fast that 5th click was unless you do the math yourself. Still though, the main thing to note is that I wasn't really getting that big of a reaction time advantage. Definitely not the 15 milliseconds that Cactus was. Now it is possible that it could be because of the different monitor he's using, or there is actually another possibility. As you guys know, the whole reason that the new monitors support this ability to check system latency is Nvidia's been on this lower latency kick. And because of that, they're toting that their new graphics cards actually lower your system latency. Now, Cactus and I used to have identical systems. We had the same monitor, same graphics card, and same processor. But now there are two very different variables. One is the monitor, and the second one I believe is the graphics card. I think he has a 3090. So it may be possible that the actual improvement he's getting is not just from the monitor, but from the graphics card plus the monitor together. Now keep in mind, this was my very first run with the monitor you're witnessing right here in slow motion. And really, that's not a bad first try of the day. And yes, technically I did beat his time with the overall average, but that is mainly because of a 33 millisecond click. And because 40 milliseconds is not around my average, we can't say that was an actual reaction time. Those are what is referred to as a pre-fire, and are not counted in general reaction time scores. Still though, considering how good that first attempt was, I did feel like I was a little bit faster with this monitor. So I wanted to see how low I could take it and see if I could actually legitimately beat his reaction time score. So I began my journey of taking attempt after attempt, watching as my reaction time slowly progressed and got faster and faster. On this attempt, I once again beat his time, but as you can see, that last click must have been too fast because it dropped me down to 105. Now I wanted to make sure I did this without any pre-fire, so I continued doing it. Okay, so not that close, still technically 5 milliseconds away on average, but I felt like that was doable, so I kept working. Now I wasn't looking for any massive jumps, I just wanted to lower my reaction time 1 millisecond on average at a time. After all, when training a reaction time, it's best to work with small margins. Slowly but surely I was getting there, but I was getting impatient. Now that was a really good run. The only problem was that 74 millisecond click. But the proof was there. I could theoretically beat his time without having any clicks under 100 milliseconds. I just had to keep grinding.
Oh, so close.
This was followed up on the next run by this. Finally, I had matched his time, but to be completely honest, after doing so many reaction time tests, I figured I needed a little break before I continued and tried to break it.
I'm going C2. Get him, John, get him.
Okay, think so. Ramp.
On Palace.
When I got back, it was time to get serious. And with that, I had finally beat Cactus's time. For those wondering how fast that last click was, I calculated it to 119 milliseconds. Once again, reaffirming myself as the fastest sniper. Or at least as far as I know. Anyways, Cactus, thank you for the challenge. It was an incredible journey trying to beat this time. If you guys like my content, please subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. One last note I did want to touch upon is even though I didn't get 15 milliseconds of reaction time improvement from the 360Hz monitors, I do feel like there was some improvement. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, have a great day.